So let's go ahead and open up the box. It's going to be quick and simple, and we're going to show you what's inside. All right, I already pre-cut it. Open it up. Comes very well protected, very thick foam padding. One of the first things you're going to see is the Legends Pinball Micro Instructions Manual. You get your screws and tools to build the kit. So if you don't have any tools to build this, they provide them for you. God! All right. You get a power cable. Very nice. Let's go ahead and put that to the side real quick. All right. And let's go ahead and start taking this foam padding off. Be very gentle and easy, guys. The back glass looks like it's going to come out first. So just be very gentle. It looks like it's been packed very well. All right. That's that. That's that. Gonna go ahead and open this up real quick. We're gonna take the instruction manual out of the box, and we're gonna go ahead and toss that on the bar top. Now gently, let's go ahead and remove this, because it's a hefty boy here. All right, let's go ahead and put this right on the counter. All right, now that we have it completely out of the wrap and out of the box, here's everything all in its context. They give you 3 wooden dowels, 3 screws for the back box itself. So 1 extra dowel, 1 extra screw. They provide you a screwdriver if you don't already have one. I'm gonna go ahead and provide my own because it's gonna be a lot quicker and easier to handle. This comes with a very old, outdated catalog, but nonetheless pretty cool. QR codes and stuff. This package also comes with 1 month of Atgames ArcadeNet, and there's another $5 coupon for purchases that you can use for pinball packs or devices, or other products that they have. All right, quickly, let's go ahead and look around the artwork and the pinball table itself, and let's show you what it looks like. Here's the front. It's very, has a very nice black matte finish to it, especially the guardrails. And they kind of overlap each other, but you screw them on, as you can see. We're going to be removing these later on when we do modifications, which we have coming soon, my real gamers. Stay tuned for Nostalgia Strikes Back this weekend for more details. You don't want to miss out. All right, back to the artwork. This side is the Bobble side, and it's the Zacharias side right there. It's very nice. It's very clean. Like I said, though, I may change the artwork. I may go the other route and get a custom if this is going to be the main little micro pinball that I have. People that don't own the actual big ALP or 4KP, this right here is perfect for a gamer like myself that has a whole bunch of arcades and more coming soon with Iconic Arcade. And the next review with the game Light Guns. And also my good brother in Brooklyn, the Gaming Menace. Go ahead and check out his channel once again. Really, really nice guy. Awesome dude. Enjoy watching his late night streams of his gameplays. And I tell you, he does not quit till he is done. Yeah! Talking about a real gamer. I don't really have the time to play a lot of this stuff, man. So when I do these reviews or when I get to play this stuff, it's a treat. I got other news. Me, my wife, and my 19 soon to be 20-year-old daughter are going to be looking for a new house, a new home, my real gamers. Here's the play field and the glass to the table. Here's all your connections. And this is, like I said, plug and play. You're going to be using 2 dials to add right here and right here. And then you take your back glass and you lift it up and you pretty much drop it in, okay? The dials are going to hold the back glass in place on the machine. This is built 50 tables when you purchase this thing. I'm going to be adding legs to it. Like I said, my daughter's going to be gifting them to me. So shout out to Crescent Moon, Zach, a.k.a. Serenity. I love you, baby. Thank you. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get to the point where we're going to do everything else. And I'll see you in a few minutes, my real gamers. Yeah! Remember to keep it real and keep playing. And follow me on all social media platforms so you never miss a bit. Yeah! All right, look at that beautiful artwork. This fits this countertop perfectly, guys. Like, this is perfect. Let's go ahead and continue to what we're here for. And it's for the Pinball Micro and attaching everything. First thing we need to do, let's go ahead and put the wooden dials and screws down safely so they don't roll away. We need to go to the back of the back glass, the back box. And there's 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. The cutouts for the Vibs board later. That's going to happen in a later video, my real gamers. I'll order that soon. All right, guys. What we're looking at here are the connections. And pretty simple. Plain Jane. It's dry. 2 connections. You can't get it wrong. So just take your time and make sure that you're plugging them in correctly. But the first thing we got to do is make sure that we're putting in the dials, which we're going to do right now. We're going to grab these 2, and we're going to put one right here, and one right there. We're going to untape. Well, we're going to rip. I was trying to keep the tape intact, so there you go. So I can reuse it later. I can utilize that for something else, but it's seeming like it's not wanting to do that. So that's loose now, and this one was already loose. So let's go ahead and grab safely. Be careful, guys. Grab the back glass because we need to feed the wires first. So now that the wires are fed, let's try this again. We're gonna get level with our head cam so you guys can see what I'm seeing, and we're gonna follow the dial pins and we're gonna drop it in, and there it is. All right, we got our connections, so make sure that you're looking at your connection and you're putting it in there correctly. It should snap in when it's on. So these are connected. Don't have to mess with these no more. And the machine's not powered on. There's no power running to the machine. These also have a certain connection and a certain way to do this. All right. And as we got it nice and secure, that side's on. They're both on. That the blue and white wires go towards the bottom, and the red and black go towards the top, as the connections would not fit the other way. And this is the correct way. Now that's all said and done, we are connected and we are ready to go. We're gonna go ahead and put our back panel on for the back glass to button her up, and we're gonna put the power supply on, and we're gonna boot her up and test her out. And then we're going to continue the review on this, as this has 50 tables. Put the back panel on. I'm going way too ahead of myself. I'm going to go ahead and put those screws in that I told you guys that I forgot about. All right. So you're going to find your screw holes. There's one. I hope you guys see this, because I can barely see this. And there's the other one. We'll make sure that back glass and stuff's even with the screws. And this is the fun part, especially if you can't see nothing. Is it going? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, this is very recommended because you don't want your back glass or nothing, you know, sliding around, or the potential that if something was to shake and or the dowels break themselves, you don't want this to fall. So, very recommended. Go ahead and screw this in, guys. There you go. Once it starts to give, we leave it alone. So now the back box is in, everything's secure. We're gonna go put the back panel on, and like I said, the next time we open up this back panel will be to be adding the Vibs board, which already has 4 screw holes ready for it. And Etsy has a shop that I'm gonna go ahead and order, I think soon. It's like a casing for that Vibs board, so more protection. I'm gonna go ahead and order that too, and order the Vibs board soon, and we're gonna be doing a modification video on that. All right. We're gonna put these back where they go. We're gonna do this review for sure. Gonna have fun playing pinball in the arcades and the consoles. I love my handhelds. I love my vaping. I love my arcades. I love ESPN. I like some wrestling. 'Cause Saturday I'll be at work making that bread so I can play. 'Cause I like to dress and cosplay. You guys think you guys got an expensive hobby. I buy costumes for some of my content. So, to finish off here, everything's on and ready to go. Here's a look. Here's a look. Beautiful artwork, beautiful back glass. We're going to show you real quick what's down here. We're going to point to it. It's going to be your HDMI, your USB port, your USB port. So there's a blue and white. So you already know one's stronger than the other. Common sense, my real gamers. All right. Your Ethernet port for your internet. This is also wireless too. So you can go either route. I'm not sure. I might go Ethernet. We'll see. Or I might mainly use this offline because it has the 50 built-in tables. I can download a few more tables to a USB drive and add them that way and just be happy with it, you know, because a lot of my friends have the bigger brothers of this, the ALPs and the 4KPs, and I don't know what's going on with Atgames, but sometimes they like to log you guys out of your machines. No hate on the company. I love you guys' product. Obviously, I got your Legends Ultimate. I would love to do some more videos on maybe the LCD bit pixel or something, the marquee that changes to the game you're playing. I was also looking at that quad deck where you have the 4-player deck controllers, so you can have like all your friends on there to play X-Men and Turtles and Simpsons and stuff. I like it a lot, and I can't wait to turn it on and play. And I know that this has haptic feedback and solenoids and all that, so I'm excited. Let's go ahead and turn this on. I'll see you in a bit. All right. We got it turning on. The back glass is turning on. The play field is turning on. We're waiting for it to load up. All right, there it is. It's going to greet you with a welcome. Welcome aboard. Thank you for your purchase. We'd like to invite you to register and to access the e-store to realize the full capabilities of your Atgames Legends device. All right, let's go to next. This is all the pretty much walkthrough for your first time for any of your pinball machines. You already have an Atgames pinball net or arcade net, ID and all that, which I already have. So I'm gonna log in and get that all figured out, and then we're gonna get to the actual built-in 50 tables to show you how it is for this real quick. Okay, one quick little mention before we get into the menu settings. This is your pinball flipper, your nudge, your reverse button, that's your front nudge, that's your play or your credit button, and this is your menu, like to go back to your main menu, exit board, all that. This is your plunger. This is stock. It doesn't come with a built-in plunger like the big brother, you know what I'm saying? Like the big homie, the ALP or the 4K, with the plunge. But you know what? That's coming soon, my real gamers. Haha. Shout out Idaho 3D printing. Coming soon. All right. So everything's on. Everything looks nice. The back glass, speakers. I'll show you the buttons up here. They got the channel, the volumes. Now the channel buttons to switch with the back glass, and you usually use the VIB board for all that stuff. That comes later. All right, we're gonna get this started and show you some of the tables. Yeah. Remember to smash the like button. Leave a comment or two. Let me know how I'm doing with these reviews or videos. If you want to see more, let me know. Because, like that poster says over there, my guys, you know what it says. We are. Yeah! Alright, guys. Now it's time to check out a few of the tables that come included with this Atgames Micro Pinball. We're not going to do every table on here. We're going to do more of a table-by-table review when it comes down to all the 50 tables. There's also tables you can purchase and download. There's limitations. You cannot get the Zen tables, but there's a lot of new Magic Pixel games coming out, like Ninja Turtles. You even have games like Killer Instincts, Battletoads, Sea of Thieves. There's a whole bunch of new stuff and old stuff you can download. But we're gonna go ahead and check out the Bobble, and we're gonna check out the Space Invaders tables. And we're not gonna play the full games. We're just gonna shoot a couple balls. I'm gonna put the headgear on and show you some gameplay. All right. And after that, we're going to show you guys all the settings that you would see on any of the at-game devices like ALU, Legends Ultimate, or the Bigger Brother, Legends Pinball, 4KP, or HD machines. They have all the same kind of settings and features you can do with it, with like OTG, bring your own games, stuff like that. CoinOps X. After we do the couple of tables, I'm going to insert CoinOps X Ready USB drive into the back, and I'm going to show you some of the games. You can change camera views and stuff on the games themselves on CoinOps. But if I was to use the CoinOps on something like this, like my micro pinball, it would only be for the vertical games, like shoot 'em ups and stuff like that. That'd be the best way to utilize the screen. Yeah! Let's go ahead and get into some Bobble and in some Space Invaders. Maybe even some Arkanoid. Yeah! Let's get it. All right. It's time to check out this Bobble table on the Atgames Legends Pinball Micro. Let's go ahead and select it.
Bobble.
Pretty nice. Let's go ahead and get a steady stance. Can't wait to put a plunger on this, man. It's gonna be amazing. Yeah! Shout out Idaho 3D Printing. Yeah! Go check out his website on Etsy. Now, I don't have this turned up all the way. This is like 60%, 62, something like that. Same with the haptics, but you can still nonetheless feel everything, the vibrations and all that. You can feel the speaker and the sounds coming at you. At 100%, it's pretty insane for the size of this machine. I love it. Very sensitive. And I love the artwork of the table of Bubble Bobble. This is very unique, and the theming alone brings back a lot of nostalgic memories to me, man. I love Bubble Bobble, the arcade game. They actually have a few of the Bubble Bobble games and different off-spins of the game for different kind of genres of the gaming space, you know? Yeah, you can feel that. Let's get a nudge out of there. There you go. You can, the nudge, everything's very, oh, I missed the nudge there though. Everything's very responsive. I love it. Oh. All right. That was Bubble Bobble. Pretty cool stuff. May do a full review later on this table. Stay tuned for more Israel Gaming content because we're going to be reviewing some of these tables, table by table. All right? Including some of the new ones from the Rare series like Battletoads, Killer Instincts, Sea of Thieves. Yeah! I even dabbed into a little bit of the Magic Pixel, and I had to have my Ninja Turtles. Yeah! Let's go ahead and get to the Space Invaders table, and I'll see you back in a few seconds. Yeah! All right. It's time to get into the Space Invaders table and see what that's about. I'm excited about this because I loved me some Space Invaders. Definitely an iconic game that I can play on many of my arcades and my Legends Ultimate already. CoinOps X, etc., you know, computer, PC. Space Invaders is awesome, though. My favorite version of that is the deluxe version, but this table right here is the original OG themed pinball table by Taito. All right, let's go ahead and get this one. But so far, I'm loving the form factor and the price range of this table. For $289, which I got it for, I thought was a steal. But like I said, a few of my colleagues about a month or two ago, you know, maybe even a few weeks ago, got this table or this micro for $250, $249.99. Obviously, free shipping, you know, a little bit of tax on the table, so about $270. Insane. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into this Space Invader table. This looks really cool. The sound and everything is just bringing it back for me. Let's go ahead and sink it in. Look at the back glass. And that's another thing we're going to talk about after we're done playing this table, because we're going to show you a couple more features with the CoinOps, the OTG mode, stuff like that, etc. The back glass displays whatever game you're playing. So whatever, any 50 of the tables that are on here, or any that you purchase from the Atgames store, it shows the marquee title with the scoreboard. So that's a pretty cool feature. Not to mention when you use your CoinOps X on there with the, you know, all the games and stuff, same applies. You could be playing Konami X-Men, Turtles, 1942, Darius, all types of shmups, beat 'em ups, racers, whatever you want. Obviously, you're gonna have to be using controllers and stuff via wirelessly, to do all those features. But I am speaking out of pocket right now, and it's all about this table and about this game. So let's go ahead and get to some Space Invaders. Yeah!
Life is short.
It sure is, so let's live it up. Yeah! You live every moment like it's its last. It's time to blast off. Yeah! Yes. Ooh, look at the gas. You seen that green smoke? Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh, I missed it. That's all right. We're going to go ahead and try again. If you don't succeed the first time, you try again, guys. Oh, yeah. Take some of that. Take some of that. I can't even make that sound effect if I even wanted to. That right there. Oh, yeah. So iconic. Ooh. Oh, you want some nudgy? Here's some nudge. Oh, almost missed that one. That could have been bad. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of packs on here that I've seen that I'm going to want to purchase. But before I do that, I'm going to... All right, my real gamers. Now time for the very important question that you're going to ask yourself. Is the micro pinball worth it, especially in 2026, with all types of V-Pin options out there, with the X Arcade, PC, V-Pin, VPX, all that types of stuff? The answer to that is on you. Do you own a Atgames Pinball HD or a 4KP? If you do, this is not for you, as you have the higher quality and the more features and the capabilities that this micro does not have. Although, if you do not have any of those upgraded bigger pinball machines like the 4KP or the HD, this is perfect. This is a perfect entryway into the V-Pin space, and a very affordable, as Atgames had a few nod sales going on. I got this for $289. Currently, right now, it actually went down even more to $249.99, so $250. Free shipping and handling, mind you. I got mine's free shipping too, so it's a good deal. Is this worth $600 for the features? Not in 2026, okay? That's a lot of money, and you can end up getting, for nowadays, an HD version of this for about that much. The 4KPs, those go for over $1,000, about $1,500, close to $18 or $2,000, matter of fact, with all the bells and whistles on it. Crazy stuff you can do with these machines. But for $289 or $250, with the built-in haptic feedbacks, the speaker sound, the 1080p screen is crisp. You're so close to the machine that you don't even realize how small the screen is because of the aspect ratio to body to table. Like, you're so close, it's not even going to matter, you guys. Crispy, clear screen. The back box marquee that displays with the game is a beautiful touch. You can add other devices via OTG mode, CoinOps X. I believe you can add Legends Unchained to this too. I'm gonna have to get with a colleague of mine, a good friend, Chaotic BPR, to walk me through the steps, or maybe watch his video in depth so I can do something like that to my micro pinball or my Legends Ultimate over there in the corner. Now again, if you have the bigger upgraded versions of these, this is not for you. This is for someone like me or someone else that did not have a virtual pin in their arcade room or gaming space. This suits my needs. I will be upgrading it with other things. I will be getting Stern Sega legs for these. I'm doing a micro pinball plunger video sponsored by Idaho 3D Printing and Design. And thank you for the recent giveaway on Nostalgia Strikes Back. Congratulations, Sir Sega. Yeah! You won the micro pinball kit. Yeah! I'll be hitting up Idaho 3D Printing, and he will be shipping that out to you very soon. He also mentioned on Nostalgia Strikes Back podcast on the chat that he also recently purchased a micro pinball for the price. He got it for $250, so he got it for a better price than I did. So in saying that, my real gamers, I'm going to go ahead and end the video and stay tuned for more Israel Gaming content because we got more things in store, from pinball plungers to the new game light gun. Don't know if I'm going to add it to the cabinet. I probably will. But to showcase that one, we're going to go ahead and put that on a big screen, on a bigger monitor. Don't miss out, because Iconic Arcade is on the way and is shipping as we speak right now. It's on the water and it's paddling its way to me. Yeah! Stay tuned for that, because Alpha 2's coming. Remember to keep it real and keep playing. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Let's go! Yeah! All right. I love the way that this CoinOps build looks, with the arcade cabinet changing with each of the games, and the marquee too changing with each title. Look at that. That is awesome. These were the last games I was playing on my CoinOps X the other night on the Ultimate. So it's going to cycle through all the games I was playing. And these are some of my favorite games of all time, man. I love me some Rolling Thunder. I'm a big 1942 fan. Obviously, you've seen Afterburner. I wish someone would make a dedicated cabinet for that. But we're going to go ahead and check out one more last game. We're going to put a fighter on. We're going to hint on what's coming soon to the Israel Gaming home arcade. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned. Yeah! Here's a very strong hint on what's coming to the arcade soon, guys. I cannot wait. He was dazed. Got him. Yeah! Israel Gaming. Yeah! Let's go.